Welcome back, everyone. So, have you ever been on the bench and you got your smart audio or Tramp telemetry working flawlessly, changing your VTX channel, and had it happen to where I'll get out and get ready to fly my quad and I'll move it up to 600 milliwatts, and then all of a sudden I'm no longer be able to control my VTX settings through my OSD. It'll still show up whether it's Tramp telemetry or smart audio, but I'm no longer able to change the channel. I'm no longer able to change the power output. So I've been able to fix it a couple times by just reflashing my firmware on my flight controller, but I think I found an easier way. So stay tuned to find out. Alright, so I got logged into Betaflight here. So I thought, well, you know what, there's so many things that you can do through the command line or the CLI that there's got to be some kind of VTX settings in there or something, because obviously your flight controller tells the VTX on what to change the channel to. So got to looking through here. I have currently got check out my version here. Got Power Drone F4 3.3.1. So let's do a dump and take a look at it here. Alright, so we've got a dump up here of my latest on this firmware here, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be about the same on any of the 3.3. So let's look down through here, scroll down with LEDs, colors. We don't need all that aux. Alright, there's VTX right here, but I don't think that is it. So I got to looking at that. I mean, there's obviously nothing there that can be changed. They're all the same number. So let's scroll down a little bit more here, and let's see, there's failsafe, there's VBAT, there's current, beeper. I know it's somewhere down through here. So I mean, I literally just did a dump and just went through here and started looking at all of the different things that you can do down through here. But let's see, we've got our rates there, horizon, GPS. Alright, I must have missed it here. Let's scroll back up a little bit. VTX right here. So if you'll notice, you've got VTX band equals 5, VTX channel equals 8, VTX power is 5. So the first two are pretty self-explanatory. VTX band, I'm on band 5. Now what is band 5? Alright, well, we'll figure that out here in just a minute. And then I've got VTX channel, that's obviously on whatever band 5 is, and channel 8. You've got your power limit here. I have no idea, power limit of 5. Well, I thought I was using 600 milliwatts. So you've got the low band power disarm. I've got that off. I don't think you need to look at that. And then, of course, you've got frequency. I'm actually on 5917 on channel, which is channel 8. And then, of course, I've got pit mode is 0. So you don't really need to worry about these. The only ones you need to worry about is the band, channel, power, and frequency. Well, so all of them were self-explanatory except the band and the power. So I got to do a little research online, and I found this wiki. You can see the address up here. I'll try to put a link in the description below, but and you can read through this stuff when you go to the page. But these are the numbers I wanted to do. So VTX band, right? So we've got 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is E, 4 is F, and 5 is Raceband. You've got VTX channel, and then you've got VTX power. So this is the one that's going to determine the difference between the smart audio and the TBS Unified or the TBS Nano, and then the IRC-Tramp. So you'll need to look at this. If you look on my VTX here, I'm using the Tramp audio. So if you look right here, if you want to set your band to band 4, which would be the F band, you just put set VTX underscore band space equals space 4 right here, and then say you want to set your VTX channel to 6, obviously self-explanatory there, and then you'll need to make sure you hit save. You usually can use this little frequency table here to cross-reference what frequency you want. Then of course the last thing is the power, and like I said, you've got a range from 0 to 5, but it depends on which VTX you're using, whether you're using Smartaudio, TBS Unify Nano, or the IRC-Tramp telemetry protocol. So if you'll notice right here on our Tramp, number 4 is only 400 milliwatts, whereas on Smartaudio 4 is 800 milliwatts. So you really need to make sure you know what protocol you're using and set accordingly on the power. And I think that's where I'm getting the error when I go to change my VTX. Somehow these numbers are getting kind of wacky when I go to put it in on the OSD through my goggles. I'll change it to 500 milliwatts while I'm using Tramp or RC telemetry, and there is no 500 watt in the Tramp. So for some reason it's getting confused and then pretty much locks me out of the settings on the OSD. But if that happens to you, it locks you out of your settings on the OSD, instead of trying to resolder and redo things like I've had to do, or like I've done in the past, which didn't help me any. Make sure you go in and check your CLI and make sure that this particular settings here that tells your VTX which channels to be on and the power limit is set accordingly. And if not, I would lower my power level down to 25 milliwatts by putting in, what would it be, putting in 0, which is common amongst all of them. Put in 0 and then go back in and then save it, and then go back in and then change it to whatever power range you would like to use. Like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, I guess you will not have to worry about the VTX frequency. It will automatically change when you change these two. Also, just remember when you get done putting these settings in that you hit save, and then I would go back in and check the CLR, do another dump, and see if your settings actually saved first. But hopefully this has been helpful for anyone that has problems using their Smartaudio or our Tramp telemetry through the OSD, and maybe sometimes get locked out of the menu. I know I haven't had to reflash Betaflight or anything like that whenever this error has popped up on me, and it's actually happened multiple times to me on doing maybe I just reflashed my Betaflight. Sometimes it'll mess up on me, so go in and try changing these around in order to get your settings back, and then see if that works for you. But thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.
Make the ground shake.